What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pens and Tea. My name is Carrie, and today I'm talking about another iced tea called Pura Vida and the Conklin All-American in the new finish Blue Lapis. So the iced tea that I had was just a sample pack, which I will overlay here, of the Pura Vida from David's Tea. This is one of their iced teas for the season. Pura Vida apparently means kicking back, enjoying life in Costa Rican language. According to David's Tea anyways. Its main tasting flavors are chamomile, pineapple, and coconut, which, to me, I didn't care for it. I really didn't. It was extraordinarily fake coconut tasting to me, and it was just in your face. And the consistency was like oddly thick, if that makes any sense. It was just, I don't know if it was like oily or what. I didn't really like it. And I'm glad it was just a sample because I will not be buying it, nor would I really recommend it unless you really like kind of fake coconut tasting things. It is low caffeine, so there's not really a whole lot of things to worry about there. I did not have to put any sugar or anything like that into it, so that's a benefit as well. But the two downsides is that it tastes kind of gross to me, and you can only buy it in pre-packs. So you can either buy it pre-bagged to make a whole pitcher for $5, or you can buy it in their iced tea gift sets with all of the other flavors from the summer as well. You can't actually buy it loose leaf, or at least not as of the filming of this video. So if it pops up loose after, awesome, but I wouldn't be buying it, nor would I really recommend it. But that is why they have samples, so you don't have to buy the whole thing. With that, I have paired the Conklin All-American Blue Lapis finish. I really like this finish. I'm really digging it. It's shiny, it's shimmery, but yet not like over the top and in your face, which I really, really like. So I like the fact that depending on the light that you're in, whether it's sunshine, whether it's like just indoors, the finish really changes based on the kind of lighting, which I think is really, really cool. Clip is a typical Conklin clip. I'm not really a lover of this design. It just seems kind of bulky. And you do have to press fairly hard in order to get the clip to work. But that said, it does its job. It's going to hold on to whatever you put it onto. On the body, it does say Conklin All-American. Then it says Toledo, Ohio, USA, which mine, yes, Ohio is actually spelled correctly because there's a lot that aren't. And then, of course, just Conklin.com. It is a screw cap. You can sort of push it to post, but I wouldn't recommend. I would put that as a con if you do post a lot of your pens. It doesn't post well. I would say that you'd almost break it if you did. But I mean, I don't post any of my pens, nor do I think that you need to post this one. Because to me it's perfectly weighted and it fits nicely in my hand. There is a large step up, beyond the threads, but I don't consider that a con really because my fingers fit perfectly on the actual grip section. So I don't feel them whatsoever. But that could be an issue if you tend to hold your pen really far back. Then that you will feel the threads and you will feel the step up. So that could be an issue for you. The pen itself is a standard international threaded converter that comes with it, but it will take there's the regular non-threaded converter as well. I love the standards. They're great. I especially love the threadeds because then there's no worry when you're filling or cleaning or anything like that, that the section will pop off from the converter. So good job, Conklin. You can't eyedropper convert it, even though this would be the perfect barrel for it, because it does have a metal thread section there. So that's kind of a bit of a bummer. That I think would have been a lot better had they thought that one through. But meh, I'm alright with it. I primarily just use converters or cartridges anyways. So to me, meh, not that big of a deal. I like that it is a bit of a chunkier body. So it's kind of like a slightly smaller Edison Collier. Next to the TWSBI Diamond 580, you can see that it is a little bit thicker around. I like that. I like that it's a bit more of a bulkier pen. I have the Duragraph, and I find that pen's a little too slim for me. I like that this is meaty. I've written with this for a very long session written with English. I've written with it for a good long time. I think the most I've ever written relatively solid with this was about an hour and a half, and my hand never got tired. So I was really, really happy with that. I really like the way that feels. I gave Conklin another chance. Like I said, I did not have a good experience with my Duragraph. The nib was abysmal. It was just terrible, and I stayed away from Conklin for almost a year because of that. But when this finish came out, I thought, you know what, let's give it a go. So I got a medium on this one, and it is really, really nice. I'll talk a little bit more about it when we get into the writing sample, but I really, really like it. Price-wise, this bad boy will run you about $76 US dollars. So Canada, that translates to about 90. I would recommend it. I actually really, really dig this pen. There's two other finishes that I'm aware of. There's an orange one and kind of like an eggshell tortoise type looking one. But this is the newest. And yeah, I really like it. I'm really happy that I got it. So I would definitely recommend it. Let's jump into the writing sample because I have a little bit more I want to say about it. So apparently I can't spell dog either. So English is just not working with me today. This is, like I said, a medium Conklin nib. The ink is Diatramentus Myrrh. I really dig it, by the way, but that's a whole other story. This nib is really, really nice. The first one, like I said, happened to be a fine, but it was just terrible, and I had to spend a good amount of time with that nib before I was semi-okay with it. So I was expecting a not so pleasant experience with this either, and I was shocked. This one actually really, really well. It's pretty wet, not drowning wet, but definitely, enough where you're going to get some good spread. It's very smooth, like almost glossy smooth, which does sometimes result in hard starts on this Clairefontaine paper. So that can be an issue sometimes because it is so smooth and this paper is so highly coated to be smooth. Sometimes the two hand in hand don't go too well. But you can fix that on a little bit of Mylar paper. But on every other paper, I've never had an issue. It's just been this Clairefontaine. As far as reverse writing goes, you definitely can, and it feels pretty pleasant doing it as well. So that's really awesome. As far as line variation goes, you can get a pretty decent amount of line variation. It's definitely not a flex pen whatsoever, but you can probably get like 2 sizes up from the nib choice that you go with. So that's pretty awesome. Quick writing. No issues. The feed definitely keeps up. Like I said, there's slight moments where it'll have a hard start just on very slick paper. But I mean, really, there's no issues. The feed I've never had an issue with. I've had a few different inks in here, and it definitely keeps up. So I really, really do appreciate that. And especially, like I said, coming off of the experience I had with the Durograph, I really appreciate this one. So I would absolutely recommend. But guys, that is about it for me with the Conklin All-American. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I read them all, and I do try and answer them as soon as I can. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up button. And if you really like the video, but you haven't yet done so already, please do hit subscribe. There's new videos that come out every Monday and Friday at noon Eastern Time. So until next time, guys, have a great day. Bye.